How's it gaming? I'm Fill in the Blanks, and welcome to Jaws for the NES. Not based on Jaws the movie, it's actually based on Jaws 4 The Revenge, which I've heard is not very good. But whatever, let's jump in there. Get ready, 3 lives, because of course video game from the 1980s. This is a bit of a strange game, but I honestly don't think there's a whole lot you could have done with Jaws in the 80s on the NES, to be honest. So you play as, I don't know, this person. I've never watched Jaws 4, so I don't know who this is. But apparently you hate the sea and everything in it. So you go around and you kill everything. Manta rays and jellyfishes, and then you collect their spoils. Basically what you are doing is, you are on the hunt for Jaws. Jaws is the last kind of goal of this game. Obviously, you can see that down there, Jaws' power. That is Jaws' health. And you just kind of float around from port to port. The map is not very big, and there's 2 ports. And you go back and forth from each port, and you trade shells. Shells is like the currency in this game. And when you, the crabs are like a speed up. It's kind of a permanent speed up. You don't lose it if you die. Oh, whoops. And you gain shells in order to get an upgrade every time you go to the next port. The upgrades do not cost a lot. Chances are you'll be able to get something every time you go to a port. And you are basically trying to get your power up. Right now my power is 1. I'm assuming that means I do 1 point of damage to Jaws every time I hit him. Or her, I don't know, actually. And each of those little orange squares down there is not a single HP. Each of those is like 5 or 10 or 15 HP. It takes a while for you to defeat Jaws. And you basically are just powering up your character until you can defeat Jaws. And you can meet Jaws at any point, which is kind of a neat idea. I wish the music would do the whole like when it gets really close to you. I think it does it when it catches you, but we'll find out when that happens. Oh, that's not Jaws, that's just a shark. They die as well. And you gain more power, and you can meet Jaws repeatedly. And you do a damage to it, and then it runs away, and then it kind of gets some of its life back. So, and every so often we get a bonus round, which I actually hate. I hate these bonus rounds. I feel like that. Ooh, that was good. They take a little too long, and what it is it reminds me a little bit of like the Galaga bonus stage, except not as fun because I can't control my plane there, only when I drop bombs. Which again, holy shit, you really hate the sea, don't you? Main character. You get a shell for every 3 hits. So right now, I'd be getting 4 shells, for example, once it ends. So it's fine, it's free shells, I'll give it that. But they take forever, and sometimes you just get to the point of the game where you're like, I just want to find Jaws. I just want to kill the big stupid fish. This is one of those games that can be done in 6 minutes, it can be done in an hour. It just depends on kind of not the luck, I guess, because it doesn't take long to get from one port to the other, but finding Jaws, right? So I got 18 hits, which means I got 6 shells. That was a pretty good one. So, anyways, oh, there's Jaws right there. But we're going to avoid him right now. There we go. We can now track Jaws with the receiver. You don't get a power-up right at the beginning. You get this little thing, and you'll see it like beeps if I get close. Well, I hit something, so never mind. From now on, though, every time I go, I'll get more and more power. Another thing you can get, though I never seem to get it, maybe you need your power up a certain height, are strobes. And strobes won't come into play until the very, very last section after you defeat Jaws, or at least the first part of defeating Jaws. If you've seen Jaws 4, again, I have not, Jaws 4 ends with the main characters killing Jaws? Is the name of the shark Jaws? I don't even fucking know. By ramming the ship into him and killing him. That's kind of how this game ends. But first you need to go underneath and actually attack Jaws and take down his power, basically. Sure. This was one of those games that was like notorious as a kid being like, don't get Jaws. It's not even worth a weekend rental. Because it's one of those things where like, back in the NES days, games were short, yes, but they were also extremely difficult. Wow, 1 port to the other, not a single fight. Now we're at Power 3. Nice. We might fight Jaws. We won't be able to beat him. Power 3 is not enough. Unless you fight Jaws repeatedly over and over again, because like I said, they do gain. Oh, there we go. They do gain, he gains his HP really quickly. Can attack him with some bombs first. He'll crash the ship. and now you can attack Jaws. Slows down a little bit. See, we're doing damage, but like I said, Jaws gains back the health that he lost. Some of it, not all of it. As I was saying, yeah, games back in the day, even if they were very short, a lot of times they'd be extremely difficult. To make it worth it, Ninja Gaiden, Battletoads, Contra to a degree. This is not that. This is a very easy game. Even as a little kid, I probably could have beaten this. I never played it as a kid. It got known, like it was notorious. That's why I never tried it. Also, I didn't care for Jaws, right? I didn't really care. It wasn't a movie I was going to watch at 6 or 7 years old. But it wasn't a game I was going to waste a rental on. Like, everyone knew how bad it was, sort of thing. It's like Superman 64, you know, those people who grew up as a kid around the 64 era probably have heard of Superman 64, and everyone in the playground would talk about it and be like, don't get Superman 64, so you avoided it. That's this game. It's just too easy. I've played through it twice. This is my third time playing through it, and I've had literally no trouble getting through with maybe one death. You know, it's fairly easy. Anyways, Jaws lost some power, but it gained, I think it gains 3 or 4 bits of, like, squares of health every time. I think I get into a fight or something, I don't know. But now I'm at level 4, power level 4. You could totally beat the game now if you know exactly where Jaws is and you are able to fight it right away so it doesn't gain more health. I'm going to keep an eye on its health right now. See it at the end of this fight. Oh my gosh, that was close. If Jaws will gain some HP back. If you do die, by the way, you lose your radar thingy, and you lose 1 thing of power. I think you lose some shells too. I think it's like it halves your shells or something. So that does suck, because then you need to get your little sonar again before. Oh, frig. That was stupid of me. Well, there we go. I think my Jaws' power is backed up to hell, full. Yeah, my power went down to 3. I lost the radar. That sucks. Oh well, I mean, it didn't take us long to get to this point. I can't imagine this playthrough playing for more than a half an hour, hopefully. The world record for this game is 3 minutes and 4 seconds, by the way. I find that so funny. Now, obviously, that is someone who knows the exact spawns of Jaws, because I think it's the same every time, where everything starts off, so they know what they're doing, right? It's just always funny that way. I'm trying to think the shortest, I can't get it, the shortest game I've ever, like, speed ran? Never something that short. Actually, I did the Mega Man Power Fighters arcade games, and those were like 5 or 6 minutes each playthrough, because it's one of those games where you choose one of 3 scenarios and you fight a bunch of different bosses based on that. So I did a run on all 3 of those. That was fun. Way back in the day, over 20 years ago, when I was a very amateur speedrunner. This is before streams and stuff, where you just speedrun by yourself. If I was that age, like now, I'd be streaming speedruns, I think. I don't have time to stream. I have too much of a life, which is ironic, because I really don't feel like I have much of a life. Yeah, another bonus round. Oh, come on, how did I miss all 3 shots there? There we go. I've already gotten 5 shells, and this will get me another 5, so I can't really complain here. Shell-wise, you're never hurting for shells, so if you ever make it to a port and you have very small shells, just walk around for a little bit. Oh, come on, really? It's also very old school RPG where you can get in a fight every step, like I just did. So that's always lame. I guess I thought the shell power-up was clam power-up, crab power-up was permanent, but it looks like it wasn't. I slowed down a little bit. It makes sense. In a game like this, having an actual penalty for dying, other than you just get 3 tries, is probably for the best. Without dying, the game would go very quickly anyways, so if you die, having it penalize you by having to go to the port a couple more times is a way to lengthen the game's lifetime, so. Alright, I need to get my... Ooh, we're doing well now. There we go. Ooh, there's Jaws. Don't want to fight him. There we go, that was a good. Now I got the receiver. I want to go back to get my power up. I don't want to fight Jaws until I reach at least level 5. Damn. I guess I still do need shells. 10 is still more than enough for me to get the next power level, though, so... It's not like I can avoid fights here. I don't even know if you can leave a fight once it started. There's a timer, that I don't see, and it just stops. I think the fights also get more difficult. I don't know if it's because of the time or if it's based on your power. But you'll notice the jellyfish start getting more aggressive, or there's more of them. Sometimes you'll see stingrays just go faster. Sometimes you'll see only stingrays, or only jellyfish, or only, jeez, that was close, or only sharks, that sort of thing. So I think it's based on your power level, which I guess would make sense. If you're power level 8 or 9, like, what are you doing? Go fight Jaws. The game's gonna wanna strike you down, right? For your hubris. There's just no point in getting all that power. By the way, the stars are just points. That's why I'm not really caring about them. At this point, I think my shells are almost pretty good. I mean, I'm still going to collect them because it's fun to collect things, but bonus. Yay. Oh, this is the worst one. This is the worst setup. They all just come up like that. And I'm just like, I just could smack my bombs. Smack, smack, smack. You only have 3 bombs on the screen at one time. Ooh, I got one. I'm not expecting a good tally of points for this one. This is my least favorite bonus level kind of setup. No, there we go. They're back to the normal thing. I messed up, though. There we go. At least one. Get another one. There we go. Okay. Back to normal. We'll get 2 shells out of this. Maybe more. Ooh, that was very good. Ooh, look at that. That felt great. Come on, give me one. Oh, if I had one more, I would have 4. So this will just get me 3 shells, because they don't count the remainders. They don't round up the remainder, so too bad. Get there, get there, get there. I don't want another 19 is more shells than I need. There we go, power level 4. I would not mind fighting Jaws right now. I wouldn't avoid him, because 4 is still enough to do more than half damage. So if I can do like 2, maybe 3 fights like right back to back, then I could kill Jaws. Ooh, it looks like this is a jellyfish only round. Oh no, never mind, there's a stingray. Or is it a manta ray? I can't tell the difference just by looking at them. Take them out. Really, at this point, like, I'm just wasting time. Because I'm probably good for shells right now. 18. And I really only need my power up to go once, maybe 2 more times. And I think it'll only take like 5 shells to power it up. I'm not sure. I haven't been really paying attention on that kind of thing. The minutia of the game. Damn it. Get away from me. But yeah, this is a lot of murder in the sea to take at 1 fish. So, I've only seen Jaws 1 once, and that was like 20 years ago, something like that. I actually started watching it last night on Amazon on Prime. Apparently it's going to be leaving Prime in 6 days, according to the things. I better finish it. I didn't get very far. Spoiler alert, I guess, for a movie that came out before I was born. I got to the part where the kid dies, near the opening. I didn't get very far. It was late at night, and I was like, oh, I should go to bed. I kind of wanted to just check it out again, because a lot of times I like checking out the movie if I'm playing a video game based on a movie. So all I know is, from what I remember too from watching it, is, you know, they blow up the shark at the end of the movie. And then there was a Jaws 2, and I don't know what that's about. There was a Jaws 3D, and apparently it's hilariously bad. And then there was a Jaws 4: The Revenge. Damn, again? Where, geez, hello, all you rays. Where another shark comes and follows the family from the movies to the Bahamas to seek revenge. And I'm like, that sounds stupid. Maybe I'll check it out. I'm a little surprised they never made another Jaws. Because Jaws 4 was 87, I believe. The first one was 75, I think. And they just didn't make any more. Which is crazy, because Jaws 1 is responsible for, like, the idea of a blockbuster movie. Like a summer blockbuster. It was the first of its kind. It's kind of an interesting little history into the film industry. Like, obviously movies were popular, but this was the first time where it was like, Jaws, everyone needs to go see Jaws, coming soon to a theater near you. And it was just like this giant phenomenon. And that's really cool. It's I mean, kind of funny. I mean, movies were very different in the 70s than they are now, or even the way they were in the 90s and 2000s. But it's like, I watched a little bit of it, like I said, up until the kid dies. I was like, this is very dry. The speech is hard. I have to have subtitles on my movies because I find older movies characters talk over each other a lot. It's very hard to understand in sequences where they're in a store or in a group together. I'm just like, I can't follow what's going on. So aggravating. So that's just a weird thing for me. And now I have to have them subtitles for newer movies because they can't get the friggin' sound levels right. Is it just me? Is this fight taking forever? I have 36 shells. I've been rambling all this time. I don't need a bonus scene. Oh, this is also what I don't like very much. So I didn't talk about it when we first fought Jaws. I'll talk about it now because I'm going to forget. When you fight Jaws, like, you know how you're in the little ship, you drop bombs on it. If you, once you're out of that ship, your diver is the very top of the water, and Jaws actually can't hurt you up there. Other things can. Other sharks, the manta rays, they can, but Jaws can't. If you go down 1 pixel, you can actually attack Jaws without Jaws being able to attack you. Now, again, the other stuff still hurts you, so you can't stay up there the whole time, but if you want an easier win, that's the way to do it. Jeez, we did very well. 6 more shells. Look at me go. Quick drink. 42 shells. I do not need that more shells. Just let me get to the port. Come on, really? I haven't even seen Jaws in what feels like forever. Where are you, big shark? I mean, at power level 4 is still not a lot, but at least I'd whittle it down a little bit. How are there still jellyfish in this ocean? I've been killing so many jellyfishes. Question of the day. Have you ever been stung by a jellyfish? I have not, thankfully. I have a friend, at least one friend, but I know of one friend specifically that did have it happen. He was fairly young. I think he was like in his teens, early teens. And apparently it sucked. So, feel bad for him, but I have never been stung, thankfully. Probably because I stay away from water. I hate the ocean. Alright, there. Come on. Oh, whatever. This is a dangerous one, actually. Jeez. You'll notice that the jellyfish are now more aggressive. They like to actually go side to side, and we have a lot less room here because we're right next to the port, which makes sense. We're next to the beach. Yeah, I'm not a water guy. I don't mind the beach, but I won't go in the water. I don't find it that fun. Pools I like. Still don't go out of my way to do it, though. I don't know. I'm a sad sack, I know. Bit of a wet blanket. But I don't stop other people from having fun, so. I'm the type of person who goes to, like, a beach party or, like, a pool party, and everyone has fun in the pool. I just, like, lays there, and I still have a good time. Ooh. After all those fights, are we gonna make it? Wow. Yes! We made it back to the port with no fights. I think it was the game apologizing for so many fights that earlier on. So we have power 6. Now I want to find Jaws. So let's spend some time. Ooh, the radar's going. Radar's going. There we go. This actually might be enough to take out Jaws. Let's stay at the top. So right here, I go down 1 pixel. I'll take these guys out because they can hit me, but Jaws can't. I can just, like, follow it and just kill it. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, that's great. And these sharks are going to get in the way. I need to leave. There we go. Yeah, we were able to whittle down the shark's HP by half with power level 3. So as long as we're kind of consistent, we should be able to take out Jaws this fight. If not, next fight immediately, because Jaws won't gain that much health. I just need to be careful of not dying, basically, which, as you can tell, this game is not hard. It's very easy to avoid everything. Things go in a straight line. They don't follow you. They just go up and down, and they just kind of... Ooh, okay, that was very close. You have a very small hitbox, so I'm actually a little surprised. That shark was well into my legs. So close to death. Ooh! Once Jaws loses all his power, should be very soon. There we go. Perfect. We enter a kind of weird first-person mode, and Jaws will swim close to us. We have 3 strobes because we didn't get any extra. When he gets close, use a strobe to make Jaws fly up into the up to the screen. Boink, there we go. That was it. That was Jaws. Down it goes. I guess we fly away. Oh, it's like a postcard, an NES postcard. There we go. That was it. That was Jaws. I know this was a bit of a silly one, but I needed a quick quickie because we're going to be doing another episode of Seeing Red, and then we'll be starting our next game up. So, yeah, with that, I'm Fill in the Blanks. See you next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.